So you have your yarn over your last slip stitch. You have your contrast color slip knotted to the tail of your main color, and it's time to work the first pattern row of your pattern repeat. I've got 2 rows of pattern repeat. Yarn over, slip 1, purl 2 together is your contrast color. Knit 2 together, yarn over, slip 1 is your main color. So this is a yarn over, slip 1, purl 2 together round. And if you notice, that first yarn over, slip 1 is going to happen over the knit column from the previous round. And the purl 2 together happens with the slipped stitch with the yarn over. That's consistent for brioche stitch, for this particular kind of basic brioche stitch. So the yarn's in back, bring it in front, slip the 2 together. Okay, the yarn's in front, you purl the 2 together. Okay, contrast color is always going to be purling these columns. Main color is always going to be knitting these columns. So slip, purl the 2 together, slip, purl 2 together, and see how easy it is to have the same motion make the yarn over and the slipped stitch, and then just purl the 2 together. Everything's in front in this case. Slip, purl 2 together, slip, purl 2 together. I guess I should do this really slow, just so you can see it. Yarn's in front, slip in a yarn over, purl 2 together. Now, I am a combined knitter. You might notice that my purls look a little different than most continental knitters. It's because these are all Eastern oriented. It doesn't matter for brioche stitch. This is the last yarn over, slip 1 purlwise. Then you've got one more stitch to the round, and it's got this yarn over that doesn't want to stay put. Just treat it like a yarn over, work it like it's anchored on both ends. Make sure it's caught. Okay? And then if you need to tug on it to neaten it up, just do that. Now here's the thing. See the last stitch worked? Okay? This contrast color stitch here? The yarn coming out from it? Below that should be your main color. Okay? See how that's below it? You don't want it twisted in any way. Make sure they're separate. And see this long stretchy bit here? Don't worry about it, it'll go away. Okay, so make sure nothing is twisted or weird. Grab your main color. Ignore your contrast color now. And do the main color around, which is knit 2 together, yarn over, slip 1. Because this first knit stitch that had gotten slipped on the previous round with a yarn over, that gets knit. These are always going to be knit. Okay? Then you bring the yarn in front, and you slip the stitch purlwise. You notice it's the contrast color stitch, and it's on a purl column. The next one is knit 2 together. You bring the yarn in front, slip purlwise, knit 2 together. So this is basic brioche rib, okay, brioche stitch. You've got purl columns forming, and you've got knit columns forming. And the yarn overs bridge over these stitches. Yarn over, slip, knit 2 together, 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 and look, you're back at the beginning again. Okay? So that was the last stitch previously, which you worked. And once again, you need to slip it and have your yarn over. And the yarn over, once again, is going to just sort of dangle there with nothing to anchor it. And when you pick up the contrast color to work the next round, you want to make sure that these two don't cross. It's completely separate. Okay? And then you work the next round. Again, yarn over, slip one, purl two together. Yarns in front. Yarn over, slip one, purl two together. Yarn over, slip one, purl two together. Alright? You can start seeing that develop. Okay, I've done a few rows. And you can see how it's developing. And you can see the other side is developing kind of the photo negative, the reverse of it. All the knit columns are in the contrast color. All these purl columns are in the main color. But they look like the reverse color because these yarn overs kind of sit on top of these purls and make it look like a column of squishy knits. So I'm at the end of a contrast color round because I just want to demonstrate this again. At the end of a contrast color round, I just purl two together. So I'm slipping purlwise with the yarn over, purling two together. Yarn still in front, yarn over, slip, purl two together, yarn over, slip, and then here we're almost at the end. Oops. Here we go. That was the last purl two together. Oh, I added a stitch mark. No, next to last purl two together. Yarn over, slip, purlwise, and again I have my yarn over just sort of dangling loose. It's my loose end. Just kind of hold it in front so you can work the two together. Your yarn over, your purl two together. Tug on it if you need be. And then it's going to want to twist naturally. Untwist it. Okay? So that your just purled stitch, that yarn is on top, and your main color is on the bottom. And the main color is what you want to work with next. Slip your marker. And then, first stitch of the new round in your main color is a knit two together, because you always knit with your main color. Basically, if you're looking at knits and your hand, and it's the same color as the color in your hand, you knit it. If it's a different color, you yarn over and slip it purlwise. So knit two together, yarn over, two purlwise. Yarn over, slip purlwise. Knit two together, yarn over, slip purlwise. Knit two together, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to show binding off because there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can basically just bind off. It depends on what kind of edge you want.